Alright, this week was my first week back at school at UNO, at University of Nebraska, Omaha, and I've been, this is my first week living with my aunt and uncle. I've been renting out, I give them money, of course, I'm not a freeloader, to live in their upstairs, which they do not use. That has been going very well, very well, very well, but I'm back here at my mom's place because my mom and sister and all of them are going to Grand Island for the Nebraska State Fair, and I'm staying here to feed and water all of the freaking animals they have over here on Saturday and Sunday. Today's Friday. But anyway, I have a route where I go to school. I walk from my aunt's house to UNO, and it's about a 2-mile walk. But I walk from 48th and Hickory in Omaha, which is where this is, and I walk from there and I cross the 50th and Saddle Creek overpass, and then I go north to Leavenworth Street, and then take that east until it hits Elmwood Park. Elmwood Park is the park that's directly south of there, and that's how I get to school. But on that Saddle Creek overpass area, there's a store called Tobacco Road Discount. It's a store that I had not ever been to. This is kind of a seedy area. It's not like a bad ghetto area, but it's not the best area in town. You can find some graffiti in places. It's not bad. As a huge person, I feel comfortable walking through it. But anyway, I went to Tobacco Road Discount and picked up 4 things. Red Apple Ale in the can, singles. Dos Equis in the can, single. This in the bottle, which I have never seen before anywhere, and which has been in the fridge for about an hour, and I hope it's cold enough. Feels cold. It's not sweating though. The bottle isn't sweating. Oh yeah, and I got a bottle of Bud Ice, which I had never seen anywhere either. So I'm going to review all 4 of those, and that place does cigars and cigarettes as well as hookahs, which I don't really do too much of anymore. But I do like the beer aspect, especially because they have singles of stuff, which is awesome, as well as they have 6-pack of Tall Boys. If everything that's, they have 6-pack Tall Boys of Natural Ice, Old Milwaukee, Hams, Natural Light, all this stuff. They have a lot of stuff there. But even though it is on the, the American-style lager kind of thing. I'm sorry for rambling. Anyway, this is Carta Blanca. It's Spanish, but it's translated from French of Carte Blanche. I don't know if I'm pronouncing French right or not, though. But it means blank check. Get the 63 by the rest of the site, or by the site on Beer Advocates. And the bros have given us 65, which are both pour scores. 4% alcohol by volume. This is imported from Mexico. It is a Mexican beer that you can put along with all the other ones, sold the Gazé Dos Equis, that kind of thing. But from watching the reviews, it looks different. Looks like it's a different kind of thing. Imported by, but it's imported from a company called Cervecería Cuauhtémoc Moctezuma or something like that. So let's go ahead and give this a try. I don't know if this is twist off or not, but I'm just going to go ahead and... Ooh. There was some smoke, but it was minimal. All right, that's a pretty big bottle. It's about $1.99 for that. Look at that carbonation, and a very, very big bubbly kind of head, soapy kind of head. Carbonation like crazy. It looks like very active. The head is minimal. It was about a finger. It's about a half now. It's kind of going down a little bit, but maybe if it was in a thinner glass, you know, it might have a bigger head. But anyways, other than that, we have a clear golden appearance, which lots and lots of bubbles streaming up. Looks pretty good. So let's get into those. And I guess it's not. I was watching Ronald's beer review of this, the Louisiana beer reviews, and he says that this doesn't smell or taste like it has adjuncts in it. But I want to be open-minded and see if I smell any. But it's apparently it's called an adjunct lager, but it doesn't have. Apparently he said that it doesn't say that it's brewed with adjuncts. I'm getting a good amount of barley malts, some sweeter kind of barley malt, some hops there too, maybe some yeast, water. It smells like it has character. I'm thinking. Well, it does smell actually pretty good. It is I guess it's not your regular malt smell that you get in these lagers. It's different. Not sweeter in the sense of like an ice beer, but more almost in the sense of like it's maybe some darker malts. I'm not sure. But I'm just saying it's not your regular malt smell. So let's try it. Yeah, that's roasted malts. There's no question about it. I kind of see what is meant. You know, when I watch a review and they say, "Oh, it smells like this, and this," like, what do you mean? I kind of understand now. Yeah. The reason that this is a different kind of malt smell and taste is because it does taste like roasted malts. And that's kind of hard for me to think about because I haven't experienced that in a lager, especially one of the Mexican kind of lagers, you know. So I'm not expecting this. I mean, I heard it on the reviews I watched, but I was like, really? Are you serious? In the finish, I am getting some hops. Not a whole lot, just enough that makes a somewhat bitter kind of finish. It's just really malty. Like, I mean, that's one good way to put it. Roasted malty. Yeah, like I said, there is some hops there. It's not ready, but there is like a certain aspect that's like bread, but it's not ready, I guess. I mean, I've heard biscuit being picked up in this, and then I've heard cracker as well. To me, I would think of it as more biscuity, in that it's, if you are going to characterize this taste as bread, it's a very light kind of, breadiness, not like, your thick, often sour, really like thick breadiness. This is not like that. This is more light bread, if you want to call it bread, but it's more similar to what I would call a biscuit. I mean, it's very biscuity in my opinion. The cracker I don't see, but then I don't really understand how, what a cracker would taste like in a beer. So that's probably my perception that's making me not be able to see that. But I do see the biscuitiness, in that it's light bread. Oh, wow. And that it's light bread. That's more, I guess, doughy. I mean, doughy more than sweet or sour. Here's a little bit of yeast there. The mouthfeel, it's light to medium. It's definitely not your feel of your typical Mexican lager of Sol Tecate, Dos Equis, Corona, Modelo Especial, all those. It definitely is not that kind of feel, not that kind of character. It has a lot more body than that. I wouldn't go as far as to say that it's medium. Between light and medium, having more body than any American adjunct lager or Mexican or any kind of Mexican imported adjunct lager, or the Asian adjunct lagers, any of the lager, your typical lager category, most of them anyway. It has more character than that. The finish is, I don't know, I wouldn't characterize that as dry. And then I wouldn't characterize it as wet either, but I would not characterize that as dry. The slickness does come through in the finish. 13, okay. It is refreshing. It's very refreshing. Drinkability is high, not as high as your typical lager kind of characteristic, though. It is 4% ABV, so you could do that if you wanted to. It does have a crisp kind of thing. I wouldn't say clean so much, but in the best way possible. How would I rate this? I'd probably have to go with a A-. I mean, this is just, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and step up to an A, primarily because I'm enjoying this to a high degree. When I walk by that Tobacco Road discount shop every day, so I might pick this up. I might pick this up more often. I mean, $1.99 for a big bottle like this, you cannot go wrong, sir. Yeah, I gotta go A. The reason it's not A+, I mean, it could have more balance. It could be cleaner in the finish. I could have more balance between all that malt and all that stuff. That's me being really picky, but I just gotta go A all the way. I am really enjoying this. So I wouldn't characterize this as, the other stuff. So if you like malty, biscuity stuff, pick it up.